Good evening, everyone. I am so excited to be here this evening. We have an exciting topic. So, this evening on the Primetime Power Show, from a woman's perspective, we have two young ladies that are here that are representing Tabor Family Services, and we're going to talk a little bit about foster care and you, because you know that our children really need homes. They need stable homes. They need homes where they could exhibit family life, whatever that might be, whether it's one parent, two parents, or so on. So, good evening, Sharron and Dana.
Good evening. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
You're welcome for being here. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk a little bit about that. I want you to tell us a little bit about what you do for Tabor Foster Care. Just tell us a little synopsis of what you do so that we could at least understand who you are and where you fit into the company of Tabor.
Okay, so we are resource parent recruiters. It used to be called foster parents, but now they call them resource parent. And what we do is we go out, we let everyone know how exciting and amazing it is to foster. We find people that are interested in being resource parent. We certify them, we get all the training that they need, and then we open their homes so that they can start to provide loving families for our resource kids that need homes. Dana, anything you want to interject?
Yeah, that's about what we do.
So we're walking billboards. You know,
Yeah.
we might be talking about being a resource parent in the supermarket, at church, anywhere, our kids' schools, anywhere that we feel that we can get resource parents that are ready to open their homes to kids that are in need. So we definitely are always looking for resource parents.
So let me just ask you this question. What are some of the qualifications of a resource parent that you would be looking for, or some of the traits that you would be looking for in terms of home, interaction with children, that type of thing?
So what we're looking for is we're looking for individuals that are open to care for the children that are in the child welfare system in Philadelphia. We're looking for those that are open-minded to taking and adhering on to the trauma that the children have endured. With that being said, we're looking for resource parents that are willing to care for children that are or have identified as being LGBTQ in our older youth. A lot of times those two populations get a hard time. We have a hard time with placing them because of a lot of myths that are out there about children that are older. So with the process that Sharron and I, what we go through, we look for individuals that are over 21. They have to have sustainable income, be able to pass FBI and state clearances, complete a few trainings, and just have Sharron or I come in just to assess the home to make sure it's safe for the child. And then at the end, we compile a document that will allow them to receive a certification of occupancy or acceptance. We also ensure that they have all the support that they need to carry this child along the process until they're either reunified with the birth parent or they find a forever home.
And so a lot of times when you hear about foster care, or you hear about recruiting, or if you wanted to be a foster parent, I just want to tip on this just a little bit about either there's a process from foster care to adoption. I know I had someone in my family that had foster children, and they started out with one foster child, and then they ended up getting, I think, their sisters. And so eventually, I don't know if the birth parent came back, or another relative came back, but they ended up adopting the children. So what is like the likelihood of it going from foster care to adoption, or what is the status quo for that?
So when a kid comes into care, we don't want to keep them in care for too long before their goal changes. Every child that comes into care comes in as reunification, unless their rights have already been terminated. So when they come in as reunification, we want to make sure that we give the natural parents, the bio parents, enough time in order to be able to do what is being asked asked of the court and of the case managers for them to do in order to get their child back. If we get to a 15-month period and the parent or the guardian hasn't done everything that they need to do in order to be able to get their child back, then the goal has to change to something. Usually if the child is 5 and under, it's usually adoption. If it's a teenager or if it's a school age, it could be permanent legal custody. As well as you get older into the teenage, we have APLA as well. So the goal has to change after 15 months because it's not fair to the child to have to sit and have to wait for adults to have to get themselves together fully in order for a child to have a home and be in a stable environment on a regular basis.
Right. So when you talk about a permanent, I think you said either adoption or permanent legal custody, which we call it PLC. And that's giving the person, the resource parent, basically they are their parent. The rights are not terminated in PLC. So if the parent wanted to go back later on in life and go over into the court system to try to get the child back, that is possible. They can do that. However, the child needs permanency, meaning they don't need to have to worry about being uprooted and moved again. They will be in their home for, a long period of time. Now that's very interesting because I didn't realize, I did hear sometimes when they could adopt, after they had the kids. I didn't know specifically how long, but I did realize the fact, but I didn't know anything about the permanency. And so for me, how fair would that be for the parent that have the foster parent, for lack of better words, or the parent based on the court, emotionally and psychologically and mentally, what does that do to the child and the, I'm just going to say, for lack of a better term, the temporary parent, not as foster, but as permanent? Because when you say permanent to me, that means that it is forever lasting. You know what I mean? And so if in 10 years, I decide my child, when it went into care, they were 6 months. And then 10 years later, I come in and say, well, okay, I'm doing good now, and I want to have my child back. So how long would that be? Or even in that question, or would I have the opportunity to change the child's name and all that with permanency, or would I have to do the adoption?
So the whole goal is for a timeline would be 18 to 24 months for these goals to change and to allow reunification. So within 18 to 24 months, the number one goal will be reunification with the bio parent. If this doesn't occur, then as Sharron was stating, the goals then change to adoption. Idealistically, it would be that the resource parent would engage with the bio parent to build a unity. In that situation, there still will be communication about the growth of the child, development of the child, and everything that's going on with the child. So when the child reunifies, that sense of loss will not be so deep with the resource parent, because they will be able to keep a connection to that child and be a support for the bio parent. Now, in a situation, it doesn't occur like that, and PLC is obtained or adoption. With adoption, the resource parent does have the right to change the child's name, but only if it's feasible for the child. If they've been going by one name for 10 years, then you have to respect the fact that this is all that this child knows and be respectful to just the mental portion of raising that child. So I hope I answered that a little bit, but we're supposed to be keeping a connection. That's what we want, where we don't isolate the bio parent. We want everyone to be a village in raising this child, because it's a 50-50 chance that the child may go back to the parent or remain with you.
Wow, that is wonderful. So listen, you guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go on a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about some wonderful things that the Tabor is giving, so that you can have some more information about it, and so how they can celebrate and how they celebrate foster care. So we'll be right back in a few seconds. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. Those of you that were not here for the first part of the segment, we're here with Dana and Sharron, that's representing Tabor Family Services, and we're talking about foster care and you. And this is the second half of the segment where we want to just talk a little bit about what they do and some of the tools that they use for recruitment. And I understand, ladies, that there's something very exciting getting ready to happen. And before you reveal that and everybody get all excited about that and all that kind of stuff, I want you to tell me why you're doing the recruitment and let me know how you guys are doing in terms of recruitment because of the pandemic and that doing virtual versus doing live events or live recruitment. So why don't we do that first, and then we can close out with this wonderful, wonderful event that you have planned for March. Can we do that?
Yes.
All right, let's get started.
Okay. Well, at Tabor, we just love to celebrate our resource parents. We always say that, they're the cornerstone of the communities because they take in the children that are in desperate need of homes. So at Tabor, we are constantly celebrating. We are constantly gathering together. We're constantly celebrating. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we now do it virtually, which we did not take the fun out of it. We are very creative and entertaining you guys, recruiting and sharing the information, providing the tools that you need to jump into the child welfare realm and take on a child that desperately needs your help. We have virtual parties that we have held for our resource parents, and we invite those that are invited through Sharron and I to invite other people to share this information. Exactly. We challenge you and we hold you to bring at least 2 people with you. And you can do this as a group where you actually can build your own village and helping a child that needs your love, your home, your attention, and everything that you need to offer a child to nurture them. So Sharron, tell them about what we do at Tabor.
So listen, we definitely need to let them know who we're recruiting for. So we're recruiting for all populations. We know that. Yeah. But our older youth are general resources. And when we mean by general, we mean resource parents that are not necessarily taking children that are coming in that are diagnosed with special behaviors. So we need for you guys to come in and be able to be a village for them. We also are recruiting for specialized behavior homes. And that's our kids that, have a little bit more extra energy, that have, some behavior issues that have already been identified and they are on meds for, or that they are getting specialized services for. And with that, we do some extra trainings to make sure that you guys are fully equipped to be able to deal with whatever situation may come. And I don't want you to think that because specialized behavior and you had to have other trainings, that these children are not ready to be in a forever home. So we want to make sure that we are recruiting for resource parents for all of our children. We, like Dana said earlier, we're also looking for homes for our LGBTQ plus community as well as our older youth. They are our hardest children to recruit for due to these myths of, not being able to be loved or not being able to be in a home and be in a structured home and be able to take that figure, that adult figure. So we definitely want to make sure that everybody knows how, Tabor does it. We want to make sure that we let you know that all our children, we go hard for all of them on the same level. Yes. So we do need to do that. During our pandemic time, we have been blessed that we have not had any dip. A lot of our other agencies, have had a little deficit when it came to trying to get resource parents. Tabor has been blessed and we have been able to, be number 4.
Yay!
Keep our numbers up.
Yay!
People coming in and getting interested. We have had a blessed time with that. But we always want more. We want the quality. We don't want quantity. We want quality resource parents. We want resource parents that are coming in that are ready to, put on the armor and to show, show our kids that they can be loved despite whatever they've been through. So we need for you guys to, if you know anyone that is interested, if you're interested, we're going to give you our contact information so that you can give us a call at Tabor. You can call our main number and they will shoot you over to us so that we can answer any questions that you might have. We can get rid of any myths that you might have about, any hesitation on why you don't feel like being a resource parent is not for you. If you know someone that is interested, you can give us their information, or you can pass our information on to them as well. But we ask that you just keep it going. We want you to always keep Tabor in your mouth. So we want you to always think of us when it comes time for the empty nesters that are coming in when your kids are going to college, or your kids are aging out of your home, and then now you're just, you don't have anyone else in the home, and you want.
Or you're asking, how can I help? What can I do? When you look at society and you wonder, where are the parents? Maybe there aren't any parents, and maybe you could take this opportunity to be a ray of light in a child's life. It's just anything that you can do to help a child. We're here. You have questions, give us a call. Just know that you're going to have an enjoyable time at Tabor. We just didn't start up. Tabor has been around for over 100 years. So we're kind of used to this situation that we're in now. So, we welcome everybody to join us for this awesome party that we're going to have. Sharron, you want to share that with the people?
So, I guess we can, we can do it together. Because, we are team.
Okay.
So, on March 19th, make sure you're listening, March 19th, 2022.
Wait. You said March 19th.
March 19th, like next month, around this time. We are going to have our open house. And what's the theme, Dana? What's the theme?
We are busing through to spring. It's the day before spring. We're celebrating a new season. And with that new season, we are just trying our best to be better at what we are doing. And we're going to celebrate the roses, the sunshine that's coming. We're shedding off some of these layers. We're getting these kids some new homes. We're making brand new parents out of people. Some people are coming back out of the wilderness and reparenting. We love y'all too. And we're just celebrating just life and just being able to share anything that we have for a child that's in need.
So unfortunately,
let me tell you this. This is what I need you to do. I need you're giving us all this great information. You told us all about this party, all about these wonderful things. But I need to know, how can I get this done? How can I call? How do I get in contact with you? I'm excited about it right now. I really need to get you guys to put my name on the list. How do I get that done?
So we're going to give you our general number that you can get in contact with us. If you call and say, I want to talk to a recruiter, or I want to talk to Sharron or Dana, or I'm just interested in being a foster parent or a resource parent, you can give us a call at 215-842-4800. Once again, 215-842-4800. We also can go on our website at taborchildrenservices.com, but you definitely can get us, and then you can get us by our email address. Mine is my first name, SHARRON.Williams@tabor.org. And Dana's is
Dana, DANA.Wallace, WALLACE @tabor.org. You can also try the generalized website, which is tabor.org.
So we do want you to know, but you can always just come, and we want you to RSVP so that you can be a part of getting all these amazing giveaways and gifts that we're going to give as well for March 19th at 12 p.m. So just give us a call so that we can get your information. We can put you on a list so that you will not miss this event, because it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Right. So in order to come, I need to either just be interested. I don't have to commit at that particular time. I could just be interested, and then I can bring family members or friends and everyone on what date?
March 19th, 2022.
No commitment.
p.m. No commitment. You can
Just
just come.
come.
This could be just the informational. You can get all the information you need in order to spread it to whoever. You can give that information, and then if you want us to come and talk to someone about, your church or anything, then we can spread that information as well. But we want you to come and get that information for yourself so that you don't have to worry about the hearsay.
Well, I'm going to be so excited, and I'll probably be there. You heard this first on the Primetime Power Show with Dr. Christina Williams, and this is from a woman's perspective. Good night, everyone. Good night, Sharron and Dana. I'll see you on when?
March 19th
at
12 p.m.
Okay. So good night, everyone.